Hey everybody, I there we go. I'm not on mute. It's all good. It's so cool to see your guys' faces. I know that I've reached out to you all at least in one way or another, but it's super cool to like interact in this video way. So for everyone that doesn't know me, I'm Bianca Saeed. I'm the founder of Motherhood Empowerment, and my business exists solely to support stay-at-home moms speak up for themselves and get their needs met without feeling like they have to run away, quit, or get a divorce. Because let's be real, we've all thought about those things. Anyway, so why I've put this together, what inspired this summit, I had this vision a couple of years ago. I was working with some clients, and the same thread kept coming up. Like I kept talking to people about they feel a sense of something's missing, and it kept coming back to work. And I'm like, well, what, we all feel like something's missing, right? But what is it about working? And when it really got down to it, it was about the feelings underneath it was like dissatisfaction in the intellectual area, isolation, boredom, monotony, and a loss of sense of self. And so, like, you know, those are big things. So, considering like paid work was a way to kind of put a band-aid on those feelings. And it was really about minimizing what they did, but in this modern context of like, we don't have all the social supports we used to. Staying home is not as popular as working these days. And so they were just, minimizing everything they did, treating it as if it wasn't valuable, as if they weren't like shaping lives and like affecting the next generation of people. And so I really just wanted to bring this together to rebel against that, really. Um, and, I want us to stop minimizing it. I want stay-at-home moms to stop minimizing all that they do so that other people will too. And I brought these wonderful women together, some of which are here, which is awesome, because I really wanted to just recognize all it is that you provide your family and the society and your kids, but then also offer ways to like professionally develop, because that's really what this is. This summit is all about like recognizing you and then also offering you ways to develop. Because although this is unpaid work, it's still work. And there's a lot of skills that we got to develop here. So there is a massive like diversity of speakers and topics here. So um, I want to tell you a little bit about what to expect from the summit, how to choose presentations, and then how to get the most out of them. So the way, like the technical way that this will run, it will be daily in the Facebook group. The presentations that were pre-recorded will be released at the time that it says that the speaker is on the schedule. And then the live ones will obviously go live when it says to, but the Q&A, like speakers will come in and out answering questions as they come up, or responding to feedback, et cetera. But then like how to choose the presentations, I really just, in this diversity of topics, I want you to choose whichever ones you feel pulled to the most. And then once you're able to get those in, then you can come back and look through the list and see which ones you might have overlooked. And then some talks might lead you to others. You might be inspired by one to then watch another. Like I know during my presentation, it's kind of related to four other ones that I then recommend you go listen to. And then how to get the most out of the presentations is just like sit down or stand, whatever, like, just prioritize it so that you can actually hear what the speakers are trying to get through to you. And then download their materials they're going to give you so that you can integrate the work. Like try to put, the phone somewhere out of reach. Try to prioritize those talks that are top priority for you so that you can actually take something from them. Because the last thing I want is for this summit to just like be another thing that you feel like you have to do. And then you're like kind of listening while you're doing something else. And then, the materials sit in your inbox and you don't ever do anything with it. I want you to like seriously have a shift or a change, or, you know, a different way of looking at yourself after this is over. Yeah. And then, of course, like, you know, I've been saying this whole time, you could still grab the Superwoman Power Pack for only $77 until midnight tonight. That's going to be going up tonight. But you know, it's all together in one place. It's convenient, and you'll be able to go back and watch them as many times as you like. Plus you get all of the 14 bonuses. So that is just a brief overview of how everything is going. I don't know if anybody wants to add anything, if there's any questions or comments. Katrina, I didn't know if you wanted to add anything that I may have missed.
No, I did want to just add on to what you were saying about kind of choosing things that resonate with you. Bianca and I have talked about this, like, we don't want this to be like a binge of information for you as the attendee, or even the speakers that are here to learn as well. Like, there's so much value here, but it might not fit you at this time. So you want to try and find those couple that are really going to help you with wherever you're at in your life. If you know that you really are wanting to work on like the aspect of food in your home, we've got several presentations that talk specifically about growing food and making food and doing, you know, relationships with food. Then those are going to be the ones that you want to kind of focus on. Obviously, we would love for you to stay and go through every single presentation, but that's, as moms, that's just unrealistic. And we don't want you to think that we as the planners and the speakers expect you to watch every single one, because that's definitely not our intention. Because we want you to get something out of it. And we know you can find that with any of the speakers, but if there is something that really is resonating with you that you want to work on, you know, definitely find that. And you can always like message me in the group or whatever, and just say, this is what I'm working on. What's a good place to start? Because I have personally like talked to all of the speakers, so I know where they're at, what their presentation is about, what their, you know, kind of their goal is for their presentation. So if you're kind of curious as the attendee, or if you're a speaker and you're like, I'm curious where I could find this, just shoot me a message and we can get you situated that way. I also have a list of all the titles in the group, but sometimes it's easier to like talk it out. So you can definitely message throughout the week and ask if that's something that you're looking for. But yeah, I'm just excited to be able to work with Bianca. And, you know, when we first started talking, she, you know, said, this is something that's like been on my mind and my heart for a long time. And we don't even know where to begin and what to do. And I feel like we've done a lot of work in the last few months to get some of these really kind of powerhouse women that are really good at what they do and really know what they're talking about, to just join together with us and help moms, because we all know that being a mom is hard, and there's a lot out there, a lot of information, right, coming at you in all different aspects of life. And it's just hard to find ones that are resonating or ones that feel good to you. And that's kind of where we are searching to help you with that. So yeah. And then if anybody, I know I see a few speakers on here and a few attendees. So if any of the speakers, you guys are welcome to unmute yourselves if you'd like to just say hi and introduce yourself, or, you know, just say this is the day I'm speaking or anything. And if not, I understand completely, no worries, but you definitely have the opportunity, since you guys are here, to just kind of pitch yourself a little bit. So people will know it a little bit face to face before they even get to see your presentation.
Hey guys, my name's Diana Bouchard. I'm a mom of 2 boys. They're 3 and 4. Sorry, I'm just like doing dishes. We've been outside all day pruning bushes and having a fire and everything. And I wanted to personally invite you to my my talk on Thursday. I'll be sharing all about my experience vegetable gardening and how much it's helped me and my family grow our food, and just a way for me as a mom to connect with my children and really help improve their health, and just, I don't know. And it's also really helped with mental health and overcoming postpartum depression. And I know that it can really be a powerful lifestyle activity that we can do that doesn't make it's more of like a light activity that we can do every day that can help lift our spirits, especially when the days feel long, like in February. So that's on Thursday, and I have a couple free, I think that I'll be in touch with Katrina to make sure we've got that all set up for Thursday, but I've got a garden planner I'd love to share with you. It's in the Superwoman Power Pack, but I also have another freebie for if you show up on Thursday, I'll have that for you too. And I hope you have a great week and you get a lot out of the summit. I know Bianca and Katrina have been working really hard to put this together, and I want to say thank you for doing that. I know it's a lot of hard work in the back end to really put it together. So thank you so much for doing that for the speakers and all the moms here. Yeah, so I'll see you guys on Thursday and in the chat. Bye.
Thanks, Diana.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Sandy, were you going to talk?
oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. I saw a hand. I was
You
going to jump
sure?
in. Go ahead.
Well, I think my topic follows really well with from Diana's. My name is Sandy Schwartz, the Eco Happiness Project, and I'm all about how nature helps with mental health. And so I have a fun-filled presentation all about fun nature activities that moms can do with their kids, and kind of realize what you're already doing is so beneficial to you and your children. And I'm just here to like present like the benefits of nature, and then also share some other fun ideas, to add to your mix, your daily routine, and to help you build a nature habit, because we know that it's just so beneficial to our health and well-being. So I'm excited to be here, and I'm so appreciative of Bianca and Katrina and organizing this and bringing us all together. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think I'm kicking it off after Bianca's intro tomorrow morning at 10.
Yep.
So I'll see everybody then.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone. My name is Kathleen. I just, didn't have my actual face on here. I've been in the woods hiking in the sun all day, and I just got a hot look at my face. I'm like, oh my God. I think I have a sunburn from being in the woods all day today. I'm actually speaking tomorrow as well in the afternoon. My little ones are almost 30 and 24. So they do grow up and get beards and jobs and go have lives around the country and visit other countries. And just real quick, when I saw the opportunity to join you all, I knew I really wanted to talk exactly about that when I was pregnant with my oldest, I came across an exercise to begin with the end in mind. And it was actually a business practice, but I applied it to becoming a mom. And I still have what I wrote. I found it in my attic in preparation for this talk. And it helped me so much in those moments, those crossroads, those tough times, like the tough conversations, the unexpected moments, and even just in prioritizing things, always just sort of forward thinking, like these little ones will someday be adults. What will my legacy be? How do I set sort of my trajectory for who I want to be to them and who I want them to be in the world? Because you're so busy, we get really caught up in raising the little ones and really engaging with them. And oh my gosh, I wish I could still be doing that. I miss it so much. But we're ultimately all headed to this place where they're grown-ups in the world having their own lives. So I wanted to just kind of talk about how powerful that exercise was for me, the difference it made for some unexpected moments as a parent. So that's what I'll be talking about tomorrow. there's a workbook that walks you through that exercise and some additional things I've learned along the way. So I got to put some aloe on my cheeks or something. Holy cow. All right. Nice to
Thank
talk
you.
with you all.
Oh, Kathleen, you look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
My name is Angie Taylor, and yes, I do refer to myself as fairy god mentor. That actually came to me from my clients. I kept hearing them say, "You are the mom I wish I had." So consider me as the mom's mom. This is going to drop in my video on Wednesday, but for those who watch this, I only have 9 children. Our oldest is 33, our youngest is 13. So I'm like all over the board and in the gambit, and we have 8 grandchildren. The youngest grandchild just turned 6 late last year. So I'm doing all of the things all at once, right? I've got the adult kids, I've got the younger kids in the family. And so my presentation is all about your intuition, and it's all about connecting with yourself so that you can fully connect with those in your life. Because when we do, and we allow that to guide us, there's just so much joy that is found there. There's so much chaos in the world, but when we are able to get connected with that intuition and allow it to guide our decisions and our conversations, especially when you're having those challenging times like Kathleen touched on, when you're having that challenging teenager or that young adult that has found themselves in a position they had never thought they would be in. If you know how to connect to your intuition and let it guide that conversation, it helps you get through. So my bonus for those that purchase the what's it called? The Superwoman Power Pack, is one that's been on my heart for a really long time. And so when I was asked to speak at this summit, I decided who better to give this to first than moms who are at home full time, feeling like they don't matter. I've been there. We've all been there. That's why I'm sure we all jumped at this opportunity to say, yes, let's do this. So I'm really, really excited to have that available first to moms. Before I give it to anybody else in the world, it needs to go to moms. So my presentation happens bright and early on Wednesday morning. So depending on where you live, it's 9:30 Eastern. I'm in Central Time, so that's 8:30, and I'm glad that it's pre-recorded. But I will be there watching it with everybody and available to answer questions. I've also decided to take this week off so that I can focus on being in the group and supporting the speakers and supporting all of the moms. And thank you, Bianca, for reaching out. I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you. Gosh, you guys are making me emotional.
Everybody. Angie, that was beautiful. You're making me emotional. And also I'm really jealous of the people who have sunburns because I live in Alberta and it's really cold. I actually have a picture of the mountains behind me in my messy car. But I just want to say thank you so much to Bianca and Katrina for inviting me to speak. I feel so honored. I'm so passionate about kids. I've been a childcare worker for about almost 6 years now out of my house, and I have a son of my own now. And I think what kind of inspired me to go on this journey is seeing the love that parents have for their children. That has always just astounded me. I don't think I've seen one parent walk in my door, that didn't love their kid. And I was maybe one of those people that kind of judged before I was involved with children, like before I had kids of my own. But then when you see the parents and the love they have for their kids and how they just want the best for their kids, that just really inspired me. So I started going for my parent coaching certification, and I'm learning so much. And one of the things that really stuck out to me is something called play languages, which when I first heard it, I'm like, that's so silly, like a play language, come on, it's play, right? But I've learned learning through all these play languages, it not only helps you connect to your kids, but it actually helps you understand yourself too. So let's say you have a play language, and I mentioned this in my speech, which is also pre-recorded, but like my play language is of stillness and ease and simplicity. I just naturally want peace and I want people to get along. So if I have that play language and somebody else has a different one, we might clash and not know why. Or maybe a mom has trouble connecting with her kid. You know, maybe she's cuddly and touchy and her kid wants nothing to do with her. So I think if you can understand your play language, it will help you better understand your own child and yourself, and maybe even help you understand some needs that you have too. Like as children growing up, a lot of us, our needs were kind of buried and pushed aside by how we were raised. So I think it addresses that a little bit too. So I'm really excited, and I'm gonna try to tune into. I'll be running my daycare out of my house, but I'm gonna be on there as much as I can.
Thanks, Melanie. Thank you all for sharing. That seriously, all of you sharing just really made me emotional. You're thanking me. I'm so grateful to you that you all showed up in this way to provide these moms with some resources, because like many of you said, it is hard. It is very hard to be home and to be isolated and to be doing wiping butts, wiping noses, wiping floors, whatever, and just feel like you're invisible. And like what you're doing is just, nobody sees it. You don't get paid. You don't get time off. I mean, I just am so passionate about providing these moms with resources and recognition. I just want to I salute moms, and I'm just so happy to bring you all together to do that collectively. And so I hope everybody really enjoys this week. And like Katrina said, don't take it as like you just need to shove information in. Really just the topics that you really resonate with, go to those first. And then if you have time, look through the list and see the next ones. Because if you get anything out of this, I want you to go to the one that you feel pulled to, really sit there and pay attention to it and feel a change. That's what I want for you. That's my goal for the summit, is at least just one small change for each woman that comes. So with that, if there's not any questions, I don't see any questions in the chat. I haven't heard any questions. If there are any, let me know, comment. Even in the Facebook group, you can comment. I'll get back on and comment. I think that's it. Katrina, is that it?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I mean, really just wanted to get on and do some face-to-face time, because it's nice to have a little bit of background about people and just kind of know what to expect for the week. So thank you, speakers, for jumping on and giving a little bit more information, because it is nice to just kind of see where things are headed. So I'm super excited. And if you are a speaker and you have questions throughout the week, you can always email me or message me on Facebook. And same thing with attendees. Like if you have a question about where to go, let me know and we can get you in the right spot. But we're looking forward to a really full week. We have a very, very full schedule, which is awesome. But like Bianca said, and I said earlier, like, don't try and go to all the things. That's a lot. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. And then we'll kind of recap, Bianca and I, on Friday afternoon. We'll do a quick recap just to answer any last minute questions or just to get on and say, hey, but I'll give more information about that towards the end of the week as well. So I think that's it. I think we're good.
All right, ladies, we'll get started bright and early tomorrow morning. And I'll
Right.
see everybody at 8 a.m. Eastern time, right? Yeah, so don't be there.
All right, you
All
guys,
right.
we'll see you in the group.
Have a good night.